I was thinking of a bit irrelevant here because I'm not a social scientist. I wanted to like to refuse the organizers for inviting me, for asking me to give a talk on civic education. But then I realized in past 5 years in Cancer Care Hospital and Research Center, where I am the founder, the retired professor of anthropology, I've come across more than 300 students from different institutes, from schools to universities. They come there for community service, and I find them, they have absolutely no idea who has sent them and for what purpose they have been sent. So we design small projects for them, we tell them the roles, and then we study, we give them feedback performance, and we ask them what they have gained. So when I came here, I started shivering with cold, then I looked at 31 participants sitting here, 14 of them consulting Google University. You have telephones, you are learning quickly. Being an addicted teacher, meaning to teaching since 1979 to this day, I felt I'd walk down amongst you, make eye contact, wake you up, and talk to you about few things. I'm really thankful for your good time. Then I thought I'd run away, in a lateral thinking way, I thought I'd run away, tell you guys, start civic education as a subject, put a social scientist who is PhD in social sciences, will make a curriculum for your universities and tell you guys what to do. It's going to be a simple solution. It's not hard job. You have social scientists to do PhDs. They will devise a curriculum for each university. So that's one way. But then I thought I'll give my views about civic education. I find myself quite raw, redundant, uncivilized. You would have seen me having a road rage, violating the red light, taking all in my homework and living in the fake news, being religiously intolerant. You gave me education. You taught me this. A common citizen today is living with such intelligence. So I find this is an opportunity to request you to tell you that see what we are doing at our medical, non-medical, teaching, university, technical institutes. So I tell you, at university education, we have to stop indoctrination. If we cannot bring a change in the society. If at this university level, we have to give them preformed ideas, we have to give them prefabricated ideas, be it about politics, be it about religion, we are blocking their mind from questioning. I have given you a cake already cooked. You are never going to learn how to make a cake. If you are at university level, are giving them prefabricated ideas of religion, they will be religiously intolerant. If you give them the prefabricated ideas of politics, they will be political workers. And we do it and stop indoctrination and encourage them to question why I'm here, why we are here, why this state exists, why this science exists, is by virtue of putting simple questions. By feeding them the pre-made ideas, you are taking their ability away from putting the questions. So I think that's a prerequisite in university education. But if you think you can start civic education, which otherwise is globally started at the beginning at an earlier age, at a school level, and it has not been done, you have not taught civic education as a subject, and if this August gathering, very learned people feel that it's no time to start civic education at university level, then there are two approaches. One is very conventional one, you can look at Google, See the international guidelines and recommendations. They have implemented 6 things. In the first world, they work very well. Put a classroom, put a curriculum, teach them democracy, law, history, governance, give them issues, current issues, let them feel free human beings. And they tell you, do simulated awarenesses. There is a lot structured civic education curricula available in the civilized world. This is one approach. Second approach is look at our societal problems, prioritize them, list them, find solutions according to the problems prevailing in Pakistan. When I was driving here, I was thinking, what are the major problems in this country? Everyone said, might have their own reflection, their own ideas that what are the number 1, 2, 3, 4 problems. So I thought number 1 problems in the prevailing society is intolerance. Intolerance, religious intolerance, political intolerance, intolerance to the difference of opinions, intolerance to the minorities, intolerance to the gender identities. We are intolerant society. That's our number 1 problem. If you talk about the other problems, before getting into the details, I'm just listing them. Corruption. Everybody talks about that. The moral fiber of society is weakened. Where is the age? What are the responsible? Who are the responsible people? If we can't do this at university level, then I think that it means. Third is tax evasion. If everybody paid taxes, the country will be rich. Fourth is the fake news. So if these are our problems, what should be our curriculum for civic education? Should it be like West? They are running parliamentary debates, very educated. They are running simulated UNESCO, UNICEF, WHO, simulated parliament, simulated Senate, simulated democracy. They are doing established things. We haven't done that. We don't have student bodies. We don't have student organizations. We don't participate in the governance of a university. Tell them to run the university for a mock period. They will have leadership. They will have problem solving. They will be forced to come to the opinion. They will be forced to rise to it. Do universities are ready to take students' bodies there? So I think my solution is that we put a social scientist, let us ask for a post of a social scientist in every university who should devise the curriculum. We start with the classroom instructions and then we implement whatever suits us. One thing with which I deal every day, and one thing which your social scientists should recommend, and one thing universities already practice, is asking them to do community service. Community service is linked to your classroom instruction. It has certain objective. You are sending them to a street traffic signal. Are you sending them to a hospital? Are you sending them to the hot chamber of commerce and industries? Where you are sending them depends on your objective, what you ultimately get. And then you make them people, you make them work in these institutions, and then you must evaluate. Where the focus is, and after I've got a certificate, I've got at least 500 people doing apprentices in our radiology department, in blood bank, in laboratory, in soil. They're doing a lot of good job. But all what I have to do is to first sit down with them, tell them you are here for this purpose, you are going to do these activities, and you self-evaluate what you have learned, go and tell others what you have learned. Does that match with your classroom objectives? The institution was sent you? No. The institution sends to Cancer Care Hospital. By the way, let me take a moment to tell you what Cancer Care Hospital is. Is the institution made to provide for the unmet need of the community. Pakistan has a very large number of cancer patients. We are a poor nation. less than $2 a day, population makes 57%, and treatment of cancer is expensive, they cannot afford it. So we, a small group of professors, we sat down and decided that we will make a large cancer hospital where the treatment of cancer will be free. And today, as I stand in front of you here, 700 plus patients, they come to cancer care hospital every day for free treatment. Thank you. It's spread over 27 acres of land and is designed to be the Asia's largest cancer hospital, 100% free, state-of-the-art facility in next 3 years. So people come from the nearby universities. It is located in Ryan. We are privileged that in 10-kilometer radius there are 18 universities. The Ryan Road, if you go and see, in a radius of 10 kilometers, there are 30 universities, and all those students they find cancer care close by University of Iowa, University of University, and all those universities. So I request those people that design the curriculum and tell them the benefits of the community work, interview them, select them, and send them in the areas of their interest. Directly the focus is that you do any community work. So you are telling everybody to go anywhere. They might not have the aptitude. Somebody, why should he come and see the dying patient? Somebody, why should he come to the cancer patients? So the process should be a regulated one. And how do you motivate them is by telling them few things which the book endorses, which I have seen practically. We run a program of volunteerism and we teach them what are the benefits of volunteerism. Strangely, I say, well, you are kind of having a job. You have something to do. You are not jobless. You have some commitment. You can never ever in your life be telling yourself that I don't have any work. You always have work to do. You should learn to volunteer. Then you get a purpose in life. How do you get the purpose? You are helping somebody and he needs a help the next day. So you have to come to that place the next day and the next day with a purpose. You left some task, half the way today, next day you go and complete, and the next day you go, and the next day you go, till you find a purpose in your life. It's very difficult for us to find purpose in our lives. But if you do volunteer activity, you eventually come to know what is your purpose, because there you go every day with a purpose. So you find the purpose. And then the most important thing is what we are looking at this civic education is, you become part of a bigger lot. You become part of a bigger whole. By volunteering, doing some activity, you become part of the biggest community. And then you have a sense of belonging to that community. If you're a student, you are not having a sense of belonging to the outside, the campus community. But once you volunteer, you become tiny part of the whole nation. And then you discover yourself, your role. You become integrated. You become protective towards that society. So that's the power of volunteerism. And once you are asked to do something in our hospital, let's see how these patients are getting treatments in time and get them appointments in time. A simple task. They have to go through the problem solving in real life. The problem solving in real life is important. They discovered the ability to read. The last group from LGS came, they were given a task. They were all equally cooperative people. By the end of 2 weeks, we were able to see two of the girls, two of the kids were leading that group. To make them do physical work in the real world, they have a sense of community, sense of purpose, sense of doing something, sense of contributing, and sense of having a leadership ability. That's the power of asking your students to do the community work. And then the science tells us all volunteers live happy and they live longer. I haven't witnessed that in my institute. It's a small institute by age. But the scientific literature tells us those who volunteer, let's say 1 hour every week, 2 hours every 3 weeks, and they do voluntarily, they are happier people. It takes the stress away. आपका दुख कम कर देता है, आपको जो है खुशी का एहसास होता है. You've done something for someone. आप सब सोचें the day you help an old lady cross the road, एक बूढ़ी औरत सड़क पार नहीं कर रही, आप उसका हाथ पकड़ के सड़क पार करा दें, आप सारा दिन खुश रहते हैं या नहीं रहते? चले सारा दिन नहीं रहते, 5 मिनट भी नहीं रहते, 2 मिनट तो फील करते हैं मैंने कुछ कर दिया. आपने किया क्या? आपने एक बूढ़ी औरत का बाजू पकड़ के उसको सड़क पार करा दिया. Doesn't that give you an inherent inner satisfaction and peace? So if you find the right strength volunteering for a right activity, they discover themselves in immense dimensions. And in the end, volunteerism has contributed something. They are doing something, someone is benefiting. And the biggest thing they learn is, what I've seen amongst all 300 kids who came, is that they realize that, oh, they can change this world. This confidence, oh, they have done it, oh, they did it. They get the confidence that they can bring a change. They can bring a small change. They learn they can make a bigger change. And they get the confidence they can be prime ministers, they can be scientists, they can be discoverers. So volunteerism is having an immense potential, and that is our topic actually. I can talk a lot about it, but coming back, apart from volunteerism, which should be the part of the university classroom inspection, should be well designed, should be structured, should be evaluated, and then should be credited. So that system is to be incorporated. You are all, mashallah, grades. Many of you are senior to me. Many of you are tolerating me, just really bearing me out that this young man, can I call myself like that? I was reading a study in a very famous, I think it came in Science or something, that if we people, 65 to 90 years age, in 2030 we will get 25% of the workforce, 25% of population. Look at Pakistan, 40% population is below 14, 15, 18, 20 years of age. And if 25% population is above 65, then where is the remaining workforce? So please, old people, don't call yourself old. You're not in fact old. We have to continue working. We make the 25% of the bulk of this country. At the big pyramid, the bottom is 40% of kids. So remaining is only 35% of population. Half of the women get redundant. So 70% is the workforce. You are the workforce. Keep working. And let me keep my youth. Apart from the social scientist, putting a curriculum, designing a program, every teacher has to inculcate critical thinking and something related to it, adult thinking. The country needs critical thinking. You need critical thinking to select whom to vote, critical thinking to analyze the fake news, critical thinking to tolerate other personal views. And this is not the responsibility of few people, it's the responsibility of every university teacher to inculcate the critical thinking. Lest he may have to himself study take some courses on critical thinking. आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी में एग्जाम का रिजल्ट 95% आया, आता था हर साल. इस साल आपका रिजल्ट 80% आया. What do you say? What will you do? Just a bit of exercise. Result 95% था 5 में, 10 में, इस साल 80 आया. Is it worrisome? Worrisome? It's bad. What will happen? You will ask the teacher, पढ़ाया क्या था? Student निकमे हैं. Student क्या था? Student मतलब निकमे हैं. दोबारा देखिए, मेहनत करें. वाइस चांसलर साहबान बैठे हैं, आप डांटेंगे. आपको यूएचएस डांटेगा या अदालत से एफिलिएटेड, वो कहेगा जी आपका रिजल्ट गिर गया. ऐसे ही है जी. How many of you feel का रिजल्ट गिर गया? Please हाथ खड़ा करते हैं, मैं आपका भाई साहब ने खड़ा. How many of you feel?
सर 90 से 85 का फर्क हमें नहीं पड़ेगा, लेकिन बहुत गिर
70 आ गया. गिर गया रिजल्ट. Well, I would say, basket. I would say, can you think that the quality of your students have improved? That's second thing. You have not trained for that. आपका सर 95 से 80 आ गया, oh bad, oh it's good. The quality is improved. Teachers have done very well. The standards have improved. So that's everything. भाई इंटरनेशनल रैट से लेके सम अप करने के लिए वो इससे पहले कि हॉल से निकाल दें I apologize if I said something offensive, but I am deeply committed to the society. I had ample opportunities to quit and go abroad. I've never done so. I'm committed to work and serve and die here. So I hope you will forgive my passion that our universities should have regular teachers in civic education. You should stop in the organizations. You should focus on critical thinking, lateral thinking, encourage them to put questions, and then that's the way they can become a useful human being in our society. And that is the goal of civic education, to my